Inflation can be your enemy or your best friend. Every single day, everything we buy takes more and more cash in order to buy it. Others aren't even aware of what's going on right before their own eyes. Now, I'm talking about harnessing the power of inflation, having it work for you. So if this is your first time here, welcome aboard. My name is Pinkas, and I have over 1,000 super helpful videos here on this channel that are going to help you avoid the pitfalls that are costly. So, can you actually profit from inflation? Yes, but you're going to need to know how to prepare and what to do. U.S. housing prices are set to climb at double digits again this year, even as the Federal Reserve embarks on a series of interest rate hikes. A new report based on Rutgers' poll of property analysis forecasts a seller's market for a minimum of 2 more years. Why? Record low interest rates and scarcity of homes to buy, combined with explosive demand, has set an average home price up 17% last year. It's been 40 years since we've seen inflation like this, but affordability, particularly is tougher lower price points and new home buyers in this economy. Central banks are going to increase interest rates to try to slow down this raging inflation. But first, I want to show you what inflation really looks like. I have $100 right here, okay? Everybody would agree this is all the same. 50, 70, 90, 100, $100, right? So next year, with 10% inflation, this same $100 is going to cost you $110 to buy the same exact thing that you bought this year, next year. Now let me tell you, the dollars that are in your wallet are going down in value at the very same time. So that $100 that you had in your wallet is now worth $90. Does this make sense? Now, the reason I'm telling you this is in a recent economic poll, 28 of the 33 property analysts suggested U.S. house prices would rise by 10.3% this year. Now, that's an upgrade from 8% in the December poll, suggesting underlying demand for housing is still super strong and housing supply is super tight. Prices are forecast to rise another 5% next year and 4.1% in 2024. Now, these numbers have been revised upwards compared with predicted analysts of the Case-Shiller Index. The Russia invasion of Ukraine has injected even more caution into interest rates, which could keep 30-year mortgage rates lower and in turn leave many of these huge inflationary trends intact. The recent price and the pace of price increases is clearly unsustainable. We won't see 17% higher prices like we did last year, but experts are predicting anywhere between 8% house price inflation this year, followed by 4.1% in 2023. The rate increase is a slower pace compared to the income of households and many people that are millennials in their 20s and 30s. This surge of demand for single-family homes is raging all the while inflation goes all across the United States and very little risk that prices will decline in this cycle. Now, on top of that, 12 of 18 analysts have upgraded their predictions from the December poll. While 4 kept them unchanged, 2 only downgraded them. That's roughly 57% of the analysts, or 17 of 30, predict double-digit housing prices this year. That's nearly a 30% increase over the last poll. All the while, 27 analysts said that they would remain in a seller's market this year and will only turn possibly in 2024. Already historic low levels of inventory are likely to worsen. Take a minute to think. How much did you pay for gas last week? How much did you pay for groceries last week? How much is everything keep on going up? Now, they tell us 7.5% is the inflationary rate that we're seeing right now. If you believe that, while everything else is going up much higher than that, you see why you have to invest into something to keep pace with the economy, keep pace with inflation. If inflation is outpacing you and the money in your wallet, like I showed you earlier, you're going to get left behind. This is the reason that you have to do something about it. You can't just sit on the sidelines, and if you do, you're going to get crushed. Now, rising building costs are encouraging builders to build more expensive homes where their profit margins are better. And this is compared to starter homes, which are in super high demand. Existing home sales, which make up about 90% of total sales, were expected to average a little over 6 million annualized units this year. This is at the same time, the same number that they've been at for the last 19 months. Now, analysts were asked about the U.S. housing prices on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being extremely cheap, which we know they're not, and 10 being extremely expensive. Now, in years past, the Rutgers polls rated 7 or below. In the last survey, it was rated higher than 8. Are home prices going down? Now, many analysts are projected home price appreciation should slow in the fall of 2021. But did that happen? Now, here's a look at the year-over-year price appreciation reports. This is inflation, guys. Federal Housing Finance Agency, 17.6%. S&P Case-Shiller Index, 18.8%. CoreLogic, 18.5%. To show that they're not seeing signs of softening, look at this graph here and see the progression of all three for each month in 2021. Now, what does this actually mean for you? Okay? Whether you're a first-time home buyer or you're someone who's looking to sell your current house and buy a home that's better fits your needs, or you're waiting to decide on what to do, it's going to cost you in two ways. Mortgage rates forecast are going to rise this year. Home prices continue to appreciate over double-digit levels. So if you wait, rising interest rates and mortgage rates and appreciation are going to have a dramatic impact on your monthly mortgage payment. So the bottom line, inflation is here. It's the elephant in the room. You can try to ignore it or you can take advantage of it. Real estate, just like back in the 1970s and early 80s, many could not afford the price increases, but guess what? Prices kept on rising. Year after year, year after year. It just kept on going. It doesn't matter if you couldn't afford it. What's happening right before your eyes, you need to harness the power of inflation and have it work for you. Now, if you've already done so and clicked subscribe, you're going to get alerted with new videos like this when they come out. So I hope you enjoy this content. I make it for you, and I really do appreciate you watching. If you go ahead and click subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share this with somebody you know who could use it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.